Have you ever walked into a room only to forget what you came for? Or struggled to recall the name of someone you just met? While everyone experiences moments like these, for some people, especially as we get older, these lapses could signal something more serious. Dementia, a word that can fill anyone with fear, is not an inevitable part of aging. But it is a reality that affects millions of seniors and their families each year. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on dementia. We'll talk honestly about the early warning signs, the little things that often go unnoticed until they start interfering with daily life. And, just as importantly, we'll explore what doctors actually recommend you do now, long before those symptoms ever become a crisis. Because while dementia is a heavy topic, there is hope. There are ways to fight back, to protect your mind, and even to regain some control over your future. So, if you or someone you love is worried about memory loss, confusion, or simply staying sharp as you age, stay with me. You're not powerless, and this isn't just a video to scare you, it's a guide to practical steps you can take, starting today, to keep your mind healthy and strong. Let's begin by facing a tough truth. Most cases of dementia don't begin with dramatic memory loss. Instead, the earliest signs are subtle, almost invisible. You might notice yourself searching for words a bit more often. You might lose track of conversations or miss appointments you would have remembered before. Maybe your family points out that you're repeating the same questions, or you find it harder to manage household bills and schedules. Doctors warn, the first signs of dementia are almost always easy to dismiss. They feel like normal aging, or just a bad day. But the difference is in the pattern. When these problems start to disrupt your routine, your relationships, or your confidence, it's time to pay attention. Some of the most common early signs include short-term memory loss, forgetting what you just did or what you plan to do next. Difficulty finding words, pausing, searching, or substituting the wrong word in conversation. Trouble managing familiar tasks, like cooking, paying bills, or following the rules of a favorite game. Misplacing items, putting things in odd places, like the keys in the refrigerator. Changes in mood or personality, becoming unusually anxious, irritable, or withdrawn. Poor judgment, giving away money, falling for scams, or making uncharacteristic decisions. Getting lost in familiar places, even a brief episode of confusion about where you are or how you got there. If you recognize these signs in yourself or someone close to you, don't panic. Remember, everyone forgets things sometimes. But if these moments become frequent, or if they cause you to lose confidence in your independence, it's time to take action, not just wait and hope it will pass. So, what can you do? Here's what doctors recommend, based on the latest research. 1. Talk to a healthcare professional early. Don't wait until symptoms are severe. Early assessment can help distinguish between normal aging, stress, depression, and true dementia. Sometimes, treatable conditions like vitamin deficiencies, thyroid problems, or medication side effects can mimic memory loss. 2. Keep your brain active every day. Just like a muscle, your brain gets stronger with use. Challenging mental activities stimulate new connections between nerve cells and may even build up a cognitive reserve that helps protect against dementia. Doctors recommend puzzles, reading, learning new skills, playing memory games, or even picking up a new language or musical instrument. It's not about being perfect, it's about keeping your mind engaged. 3. Stay socially connected. Social isolation is one of the biggest risk factors for cognitive decline. Regular conversations, group activities, volunteering, or even just chatting with neighbors can provide powerful mental stimulation. Don't let yourself become isolated. Your brain thrives on connection. 4. Move your body. Physical activity isn't just good for your heart and muscles, it's critical for your brain, too. Regular exercise increases blood flow to the brain, delivers oxygen and nutrients, and helps clear away toxins. Doctors recommend at least 150 minutes of moderate exercise each week, Walking, swimming, dancing, or even gardening can make a real difference. 5. Eat for brain health. A balanced diet rich in vegetables, berries, fish, nuts, and olive oil, think Mediterranean diet, is linked to lower dementia risk. Foods high in antioxidants and healthy fats protect brain cells from damage. On the other hand, heavy processed foods, excessive sugar, and saturated fats may speed up decline. In the next part, we'll go deeper into practical tips, simple, everyday actions that protect your mind, and stories of people who turned things around even after early warning signs appeared. If you find this topic helpful so far, please comment below to let us know you're here, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next part of this essential series. Let's keep moving forward together. Let's continue our journey into the realities of dementia and what you can do to protect yourself, starting right now. Because even though the earliest symptoms are subtle, the actions you take today can make a real difference in how you think, feel, and live for years to come. First, let's talk about mental exercise in a real, practical way. We've all heard the advice to do puzzles or read books, but what does that actually look like? Does it really work? Absolutely. Studies show that challenging your brain, even in small ways, helps create new neural connections. The brain, remarkably, can keep growing and adapting well into old age. One inspiring example is Mrs. Thompson, a retired librarian, who noticed herself forgetting grocery items and losing her place in conversation. Instead of withdrawing, she decided to join a community chess club. At first, she struggled, but soon, her memory and confidence improved. Her story is proof it's not about being the best or smartest, it's about giving your mind new challenges and keeping it flexible. Here are some doctor-approved ways to exercise your brain. Try crosswords, Sudoku, or logic puzzles for a few minutes each day. Read a book out loud with a friend or grandchild. Learn a new hobby, painting, knitting, gardening, or playing a musical instrument. Play memory games with cards or apps. Write a journal or even start learning a new language. Just a few words a week can help. The key is consistency. Little by little, your brain grows stronger and you feel more engaged and capable. Remember, it's never too late to start. You might be surprised at how quickly your confidence returns. Next, let's focus on social engagement. Isolation and loneliness don't just hurt the heart, they hurt the brain, too. Social interaction stimulates our minds, improves mood, and can slow cognitive decline. Yet, as we age, it's easy to pull away. Friends move, family gets busy, or health challenges make socializing harder. Doctors urge seniors and caregivers to prioritize connection, not just for happiness, but for mental sharpness. Here's how. Schedule regular calls or video chats with friends or family. Join a club, religious group, or senior center where people gather for shared activities. Volunteer for causes you care about. Even 1 hour a week makes a difference. Invite a neighbor for tea or a short walk. If mobility is limited, consider online classes or discussion groups. Even a brief conversation can be powerful. Let's look at Mr. Carter, age 79, who found himself isolated after retiring and losing his wife. He started volunteering at a local animal shelter, just a couple of hours each week, helping walk dogs and greet visitors. Not only did this routine give his days structure and purpose, but his mood brightened and his memory improved. Science confirms what his story shows. Feeling connected makes the mind resilient and gives us reasons to get up each morning. Physical activity is the next pillar. You don't need to run marathons or lift heavy weights to benefit your brain. Simple, regular movement is enough to spark powerful changes. Walking, swimming, dancing, tai chi, or gentle stretching each day is linked to slower memory loss and better overall function. How does it work? Exercise increases blood flow to the brain, reduces inflammation, and even stimulates the release of chemicals that help nerve cells grow. For people at risk of dementia, It's one of the most effective medicines you can give yourself. Let's meet Maria, a 72-year-old grandmother who hated exercise her entire life. After noticing she was losing her train of thought more often, her doctor recommended she start with just 5 minutes of walking each morning. Soon, those walks turned into 10, then 20. Her sleep improved, her memory sharpened, and her spirits lifted. The secret, she says, was starting small and making it a habit. If you're new to exercise, try this. Set a daily alarm for a short walk around the house or block. Put on music and dance in your living room for 5 minutes. Try simple chair exercises or follow along with a gentle online workout video. Garden, sweep, or do light chores around the house. The goal isn't speed or intensity, it's consistency. Every bit of movement counts and gives your brain and body a reason to stay sharp. Let's talk about nutrition. Food is fuel for your brain. The right diet can reduce inflammation, provide antioxidants, and protect the structures that keep memory and thinking strong. Doctors recommend focusing on the Mediterranean style of eating. Plenty of leafy greens, colorful vegetables, and berries. Whole grains, beans, and nuts. Fish and olive oil for healthy fats. Less red meat, sugar, and processed foods. One study showed that seniors who followed this pattern had a lower risk of Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. Even small changes, like adding a handful of walnuts or swapping butter for olive oil, make a difference over time. Remember Mrs. Lee, age 81, who started blending a smoothie with spinach, berries, and yogurt every morning after reading about brain-healthy foods? She swears her memory got better, and her family noticed she seemed more alert and cheerful. Whether it's true or not, her new routine gave her hope and a sense of control, a powerful medicine in its own right. Other doctor-recommended habits. Stay hydrated. Even mild dehydration can affect memory. Avoid too much alcohol. Keep blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar under control. What about supplements and miracle cures? Doctors are clear. There's no magic pill for memory loss. Focus on real food, movement, and social engagement instead. If you're curious about supplements, talk to your doctor first. Some can interact with medications or even make symptoms worse. To recap, the best protection against dementia is a life filled with mental challenges, strong social ties, regular physical activity, and nourishing food. It's not about one huge change, but many small steps that add up to powerful protection. In our final part, we'll share a powerful story, a few practical checklists, and one inspiring message about living with purpose and hope, no matter your age or your memory. Stay tuned. So, what does all this mean for you or your loved one, right now, today? The truth is, dementia isn't just a list of symptoms or a medical diagnosis. It's a deeply personal journey that can be faced with both courage and hope. While it's true that memory slips, confusion, or changes in mood can be scary, they are not the end of your story. With awareness and daily action, you can write a new chapter, one filled with meaning, connection, and even joy. Let's bring it all together with a real-life example. Take Mr. Hong, a retired engineer who began noticing early signs of memory loss at 76. Instead of hiding his fears or waiting for things to get worse, he decided to get proactive. He talked honestly with his family, scheduled a checkup with his doctor, and started making small changes, joining a local book club, learning to cook new recipes, taking daily morning walks, and volunteering to teach math to neighborhood kids once a week. The result? His memory didn't just stabilize, his world expanded. He made new friends, found fresh purpose, and inspired his children and grandchildren to treasure their minds as well. His story is proof you're never too old to start, and it's never too late to make a difference for your brain. Here's a practical checklist anyone can start today. Notice and write down any changes in memory, mood, or daily habits. Bring these notes to your doctor. Schedule regular social time, even if it's a phone call or a chat over tea. Add one extra serving of vegetables or berries to your meals each day. Try one new brain exercise this week, maybe a crossword, a new song, or even just learning 5 words in another language. Move your body, even just a little, every single day. Hydrate. Drink water regularly, not just when you're thirsty. The deeper message is this: dementia is not a fate you must quietly accept. While we can't control every risk, the choices you make, big and small, matter more than you know. By filling your days with movement, curiosity, healthy food, and loving relationships, you build the best defense science can offer. And to every caregiver listening, your support and patience change lives. Sometimes the simplest things, a shared laugh, a walk in the garden, a warm meal, are the most powerful medicines of all. So, if you or someone you love is worried about memory loss, let this video be your reminder. You are not powerless. You are not alone. There are real steps you can take, and every day is a chance to write a story of resilience and hope. If you found value in this message, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Leave a comment below with one thing you'll try this week to boost your brain health. Together, we can create a stronger, more caring community, one memory, one moment at a time. Thank you for being here. Wishing you health, clarity, and joy every day.